Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Logan and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video, baby. It feels good to be back, have my camera again, get to sit down and talk with you guys. The last time I did this was the Scream TV show review or whatever I did. So it's good to be back and to do this again. So as most of you guys know, I have a podcast that's called Actors POV. It's with my buddy Braden Noble, and we basically just sit down and talk movies, talk acting news, we review movies, and we do like fun rankings and stuff like that. This week we released our new episode, which I believe was episode 5 on Monday, where we did a Cocaine Bear movie review, which was definitely something. And then we did acting news, box office type stuff, and then we dove into a Harry Potter ranking. I watched the first 2 movies in school and read the first 2 books in school. Like I think everybody did in like 4th or 5th grade or something like that, for like a book report thing. So that's what I did. So I grew up with those first 2 entries in the book series and the movie franchise, but I never got to any of the other books or films until I started to play Hogwarts Legacy. Now that, if you guys don't know what that is, it's a new video game that came out that is Hogwarts. It's like it's the Harry Potter video game basically. You're a new student, I think a couple hundred years before the Harry Potter movies, or where like the Harry Potter movies are set. And yeah, you get to explore Hogwarts as a Hogwarts student. So it's pretty fun. And I started playing that and I was like, bro, I need to get to these films. And Braden is a big fan of Harry Potter. He loves the films. And he was like, dude, we need to do a ranking. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we went back, rewatched the movies, and did the ranking for the podcast. Now, today's video is it's not a ranking. If you guys want to go watch the ranking, go to my that podcast. You can go on the YouTube or on the Spotify page. We're on both of those platforms. I'll leave both links in the description below, so make sure you guys go check that out for the actual ranking. But I just wanted to sit here and kind of talk about the franchise. So, I'm not going to lie. This is probably the most consistent franchise I've ever seen. It's kind of actually unreal. There's no bad movies. Out of 8 entries, now, I haven't seen the Fantastic Beasts movies. Those are always lower on people's like lists, and I heard there's some like really bad movies in the Fantastic Beasts trilogy. Haven't seen them though, can't speak on them. But every single Harry Potter movie is unreal. And one thing that I love about this franchise is every single movie and entry feels super important. I mean, the only movie that like I wasn't big on when it comes to importance would be Half-Blood Prince. But that was still pretty high up in my ranking because I love like the romance stuff between Ron and Hermione and and then Harry and Ginny, that starts to kind of become something. But it didn't feel very important. And if you guys want to hear my thoughts on that movie, like I said, go to the ranking because we do a whole review on each movie as we go through. It's like a 2-hour long ranking, so go check that out on YouTube. If you guys want to hear my more in-depth thoughts on it. But it didn't feel important, and the whole like Snape twist at the end, it was cool, but it was just like, I don't know, it's not really that important until you get to the final 2 movies. I mean, when you get to really part 2 of Deathly Hallows, then you start to really look back on that movie and appreciate it more. But as a standalone, it's just kind of eh. But other than that, I mean, this story is unreal. I mean, from start to finish, it's crafted beautifully. Like I said, I still have not read any of the books past Chamber of Secrets. I know the first 2 books, or the first 2 movies, really stick to the books. The details and everything is pretty much the exact replica. And then once you start to get kind of further into the franchise, the movies start to kind of do their own thing a little bit because they realize, not every movie should be like, 2 hours and 50 minutes like Chamber of Secrets. So they kind of started to kind of leave stuff out and bring in some different stuff to kind of, branch out a little bit from the book. So I haven't read any of the books past Chamber of Secrets, but I'm definitely going to do it now. But the main reason I wanted to make this video was just kind of tell you guys, this is a really good franchise. And if you guys have not seen the Harry Potter movies, I definitely recommend. It's so much fun. You take this just very stereotypical, idea of like magic and like a magic school. And they make it so unique and fun and some of the best visuals I've ever seen. Some really good visuals, some really good CGI, dude. The snake in Chamber of Secrets, that CGI is unreal, and I talk about it in my movie ranking. It's actually pretty insane, that this movie came out in like 2002, and it has better CGI than some movies today. And one thing I love about it too is that you grow up with the characters. And I can only imagine being born in like the mid-90s and, going to the movie theaters for 10 years, following the story, because the first film came out in 2001 and then Deathly Hallows came out in 2011. So it's a whole 10-year period of, people probably growing up and getting to kind of grow up with the characters. I'm sure that was a really cool experience. But even watching all the movies in like, a 2-week span, the films get darker as the characters get older, and the tone starts to get darker because, you know, it's true in life in general. You know what I mean? Think about it. When you're a kid, you see everything like in a super colorful way. You know, you think, you know, the world's just this really awesome, you know, safe, fun place. It's not. It's pretty dark, and that's kind of how life is. And I love that they kind of do that with the characters. As the characters get older, they start seeing things in a more, well, true way. You know what I mean? They see how dark, you know, the world is, how dark people are, and malicious everything is. So it's really cool to kind of see that, and to kind of how that tone changes with the characters, especially after Chamber of Secrets. It's really cool. And to be honest, I think I watched the franchise at the perfect time, because literally like 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, they announced a Cursed Child, Harry Potter Cursed Child movie that's going to be in the works, and they're trying to get back everybody for it. The whole main cast, everyone. You know, Daniel, Rupert, Emma, everybody. So it's going to be, I don't know, man. It's perfect because I can kind of give my thoughts on that now. Like I said, there has not been a bad entry yet. The book, The Cursed Child, and the play are kind of divisive, especially the book, between fans. I think Deathly Hallows Part 2 left Harry Potter off in the perfect position. You know, the kids are old, he sends his kids off. I think it's perfect. And the fact that they're taking another risk of ruining not only that movie, but the whole franchise with how they deal with these characters, it's very scary, man. And I just don't have a good feeling about The Cursed Child. I know, you know, everybody's still right behind it. I mean, you know, especially if you get the main cast back, but the fact that Daniel Radcliffe did not want to do another Harry Potter movie and did not want to do The Cursed Child for a long time, because they've been wanting to make this film ever since the book came out in, I believe, 2014 or something like that. They've been wanting to make this movie, and Daniel Radcliffe was like, no, I'm good. Whether that's because he didn't like the story, whether that's because, you know, he just wanted to take a break after playing, you know, the same character for 10 years. I don't know what it is, but I know for a while there he did not want to do it, and now he wants to. Maybe that's because of the paycheck. I have no clue. Maybe he actually likes the script. It's just, it's very, very sketchy, you know what I mean, with how they're kind of going about this. But what do I think? I'll go see it in theaters for sure, but it is very, very scary. We'll see kind of how they tread it, man, because like I said, you haven't messed up one movie. There's out of all 8 movies, they're all great except for one which I still think is a good movie. I'm not going to say which one that is. You can go to the review and watch that on my podcast, like I've been saying. But there's only one movie that I think is not great, and that movie's still a good movie. I still really like it. So, you know, you're really taking a risk with the Cursed Child. I hope everybody still backs it, everybody gets behind it from the original, 8 movies that we had. We'll see, man. And with, I mean, seeing, I don't know, you know, there's a lot of the same people that did the Harry Potter movies are behind the Fantastic Beasts movies. And from what I've heard, there's a lot of, there's some rough films. There's some rough films in the little Fantastic Beasts trilogy that they did. So it shows that they can mess up this movie. They can 100% mess up this film. And I'm really, really nervous about that. But you guys let me know what you think. Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? Did you like the book? I haven't read the book yet. But I heard it kind of splits the fan base in half. But yeah, I really just wanted to hop on here, guys, and just tell you guys I really enjoyed watching this franchise. It's one of my favorite franchises. I've never seen a franchise or TV series be so consistent with every entry that they have, man. I mean, you know, there's not many franchises out there you can compare it to. I guess the Rocky franchise, and this is a more consistent franchise than the Rocky franchise. So just overall, really fun to watch, man. I definitely recommend it. You know, and like I said, some of the best visuals, one of the best soundtracks of all time. It's perfect, dude. Overall, just a really cool franchise, man. I definitely recommend it. And dude, part 1 of Deathly Hallows, like I'll talk about it in my, you know, franchise ranking. Some of the best atmosphere and tone I've ever seen in any movie ever. So that's coming from someone who loves films and loves filmmaking and the technical part of filmmaking. It is actually insane, so I definitely recommend watching it. And, you know, you can almost binge it like a movie or a TV series. You can literally sit down and binge it, and it's really cool, man. So I definitely recommend it. Like I said, if you guys want to go see my franchise ranking, it's on YouTube and on Spotify right now under the name Actors POV. I'll leave the link to both platforms in the description below. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure you give it a like, comment down below. What do you think of the franchise? What's your favorite films? What do you think of the Cursed Child movie that they just announced? we'll see what happens, man. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, give it a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. I love you guys so much, and have a great rest of your week. See you guys.